I'm Mickey Stick with Seats from the Underground, and this week's featured interview is with newcomers to the Tucson punk rock scene, Fist. Gentlemen, I know your name, and they know your name because you're my partner in the magazine. But what are your guys' names anyway? Oh, what's your name anyway? And what's your guys' names? And what do you do in the band?
Fry, guitar, vocals.
Okay.
It's like this. This is how I play. Out here.
That's Tucson. That's a Tucson technique.
Like he's making love.
That's how it makes it. Tell me at this time.
My name's Esteban. I play the drums.
My name's Christopher Samuel Leon Harrington. Play the bass.
Is that General Christopher Samuel Lee Harrington or just
Esquire, the third.
The 13th.
He just
I need to do some vocals.
So
And some vocals.
Yeah.
when did you, Esteban, step out of doing Mexican novelas and start playing drums?
It was about a time when I was down in Oaxaca, and I was pursuing a very deep acting career, and it was flourishing, and I had a very successful career in telenovicias, but I felt I needed to pursue other endeavors, and I also wanted to experience the illegal crossing of the desert and see some land, and it's a beautiful landscape.
Yes, it is. Arizona's great.
I learned to speak really well by hanging out in Border Patrol prison for a long time, and just hanging out with the Border Patrol officers. They thought I was entertaining and usually took sexual advantage of me. They do that.
I'm trying to,
And
just for the record.
okay, and I'm head.
Nice. It's there, right?
So now I'm here.
Okay.
And then these guys just found me when they were coming back from Tijuana, and I was selling chiclets and guitars. And
Donkey shows.
That's what I was just going to say. Did you have a mix of the wrestlers on the stick? Those are like this.
they come in all forms.
Dude, you know what I'm talking about? Those are back. They used to cook those
The
kids.
masks.
Yeah, they had cape and
They're
everything.
the best.
Glitter.
It's a great show.
So why Fist? What's up with that? Is it like a reference to the gangs of New York, or?
No, it's got this great, awesome, really exciting story. One night we were trying to come up with our name, and Les said Fist, and we really liked it.
That's it?
Actually, Les came out with a few of them.
Yeah.
You were on a drunken tirade of
I also
music
came up
banding
with Hooker
geniuses.
Fight.
I like Hooker Fight better, but Fist is good.
Hooker Fight is an active band.
Fist.
Fist is not. Fist is a shitty fucking butt metal band from Germany or UK or...
So we're going to give the title its proper due. Because those guys did it no justice.
That's horrible.
They need to be fisted by fist.
They're gonna get fisted.
By Fist US.
Yeah, I want to be
It's gonna
there.
be dry,
Exclusive interview.
desert-like.
You okay, Layla?
Yeah, I was gonna spit on everybody, but I decided that I shouldn't.
Alright, guys.
Wait,
I know,
dry desert fisting?
No lube.
wow, that's hot.
You just throw some sand in there while we're at it?
Germans.
Okay.
I think the Germans.
That's
The thing is,
first
love us to
album
be
right there.
this.
Dry
Yeah.
desert fisting.
Dry desert fisting.
So, who fists who in the band?
We all fist each other. It's like a circle.
Yeah, like a fist trifecta.
Yeah.
So Fist is a plethora of experienced musicians. I know you've been in a few bands. I know you've been in a few bands. I know you've been in a few bands. I think you've been in a few bands.
Yeah, I've been.
So what bands have you guys been in? Oh, I know you were. Oh, why don't you go ahead and ask some questions? Let me answer for you.
Why don't you start? Because ours will intertwine with it.
Mine's
Yeah.
the short list. I've Freedom Assault. That was in Freedom Assault. That's pretty much it.
That's it?
Yeah, I mean,
What about
AA.
Yeah.
I was in AA once. I was swinging a drum machine.
I'm still in and out of those rooms.
Oh, there was also resisting arrest.
Oh, resisting
that's
arrest.
Right, yeah. See,
Yeah, see?
that's the one.
The Peanut Gallery has
I got a
spoken.
long laundry list.
See, but your first band was that 8 Days in Waiting?
No, that was my second one.
Okay.
As far as like professional building, the one that probably brought me out on the scene was a band called Wish You Were Dead, which was a really hardcore, badass, weird band, but immediately segueing into 8 Days in Waiting, where I met this
8 Days
guy.
in Waiting.
So you guys have been together before?
We
We
have.
have many times.
And it was an awesome like metal kind of mostly pop punk.
So have you fisted before Fist?
Not this hard at least.
I mean each other.
Yeah, I know what you mean. My answer
He's
is
kind of
sufficient.
questionable over there, raising his hand, and you're saying no.
You're welcome.
But then after 8 days in waiting, you did a bunch of shit.
After 8 days in waiting, when we were in 8 days in waiting, we were sharing a practice space with a band called God Awful, which later on, well, at that time they were really fucking God Awful.
This is all local, right?
Real fucking, oh yeah, all Tucson love.
Brian Bolt,
Brian Boltron, we love you.
Chris Awful,
Gimler,
John Gimler.
Colin Williams, a bunch of other dudes who went on to do other really amazing things. Brian does Langus Largus and all kinds of other things. John Gimler has his hands on everything. He did blues for the Martyrs. Colin Williams and Brian Ball were both in full-blown AIDS. But then after that, I did Line of Fire. When God Awful changed their singer and sped up the pace.
Yeah,
Line of Fire, we hung out for a while.
that was good.
Lots of shows, lots of good memories. And then after that, I just kind of slowed down for a while. And now I got sick of that shit. So
Right here. With this.
We did, Brute Force.
I did Brute Squad. for
Brute
a long
Squad.
time.
Brute Squad.
And that was the hardcore, just straight up, just like 80s style tough guy hardcore. That shit was fun. And
Nice.
people were really confused for how metal we were.
After 8 days, I was in an Irish punk band called the Dead Rabbits.
Oh, nice.
And that
Very
was-
appropriate.
Speaking of fist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. What happened with that one?
I moved.
Oh my goodness.
I moved to San Francisco.
You enjoy that?
Yeah.
A lot of shit out there.
I did some things out in SF. I did
Everybody does some things.
a trio
Oh,
called
yeah.
Pocket Full of Rye. That was like a indie trio. That was,
The reason to get drunk for free.
Yeah. So how long has Fist been a band so far? An active band, like the three of you as members, full-time members, and this
What, 2 months?
Uh,
Almost 2 months?
How
This
long
Friday,
was it
right?
before I joined in? So you guys have been
Yeah.
together for a week, and then I Facebooked you and was like,
Yeah.
I'll rock this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. Fucking
Yeah.
Trust me, ask them. I'll be good. I was like,
I was like, I think I said Esteban will vouch for me. I don't know about Robo. So Robo Rowe was our first singer, and he quit.
Oh, the king of
In a
starting bands
tirade
and never playing a single show.
Aggression.
All right, so your sound is okay. What I've been noticing lately, me and Travis have had discussions about this in the past about
Been going on in the scene.
not necessarily the scene, like with the direction of punk music, and I specifically mean punk, not underground music, but punk as a genre. You know, there's like I don't know, 30 fucking subgenres now. But what I see the most of is what do you call it, pogo punk,
street punk.
street punk, pogo punk, whatever punk. So you guys aren't that. You guys are a lot heavier. You guys are more of like the I don't want to say crust, but like that whole
Now we
os
work and shower.
rotten, like the whole
But
os
we still
rotten
house it
movement.
though.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it's pretty dirty. It's kind of gutter.
yeah, it's almost like before when pop punk was pop punk, and punk was just punk. There was all these subgenres and stuff. Like growing up, you remember
Yeah.
back then. I'm sure you do too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you all do, but like for me, that's
Yeah,
why
there
I'm
was
growing
no
up here seeing-
miscellaneous metal punk. That was just
Yeah, there was
thrash.
just punk rock and there was metal and there was the definitive metal. But you guys really fit into that old style of punk rock, and for one, I thank you and appreciate that as a fan and as a music journalist. But the question is, was that on purpose? Did you guys mean to do that, or was it like just it just kind of happened? Like, you know what I mean?
I
You
feel
guys
like-
look at me.
I
Every
feel like
question.
I mean, I know Travis.
Travis is kind of like the seed of the whole group, really.
Yeah, I mean, this really wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for him.
Most of the songs when I came in were yours, right? I mean, Esteban, he had the songs ready when you came in, right?
Yeah, he had already had a few ideas going around that he didn't get, that didn't fruit from Freedom Assault, that he just had to go. Yeah, nothing fruited from that.
Blue Rose are.
What do you?
Alright, shut up.
So,
Was it pulled behind
so
you?
he had some ideas going, and like, but nothing completed. So we just kind of threw them around. And
Right. So really,
But we had nothing in mind. We seriously just kind of winged it and jammed together. And
Yeah.
So it all stems from trying to sing.
So it wasn't really planned. I mean, I know your musical style.
I mean, that's how I play. That's what I know.
Right, yeah.
So that's where my influences come from. It's like 90s style.
That was my next question.
Osra.
Was the influence.
The Pissed. Destroy.
Because you're not quite on that crust edge, but you're still on that. You're like in the middle of the punk movement to the crust movement. Like,
We have like pop punk influences where we get
What?
an online presence. Do you have an online presence yet? I know you have a Facebook.
Facebook.
that was weird. Yeah, it happened. Spun all over.
Yeah, we have a Facebook.
Who did the art for the fists?
I have no idea.
That was
a Robo
Marty Havoc.
friend. Marty Havoc?
Yeah, remember? It goes back to 8 Days in Waiting almost, because he used to help us like get shows, and we played with him for a while. No, it goes back to a weird little time in Tucson where the promotion companies were like really fucking amazing to the bands, and like, clubs were like, venues were bountiful everywhere. This is kind of like right when Suicide Lane Productions back in the day started taking off, and Marty Havoc was a fucking avid member of the group. It was kind of like a musicians like coalition, like little union of everyone just getting together and feeding each other shows as much as possible. And it was a great time. There was just fucking shit happening 24/7. It wasn't hard to get to, and everybody was welcome. Genres were crossing over, and it was fucking fun. Marty played bass in this band called Spiders and Snakes at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, Marty's amazing, and now he's like a professional photographer who travels the nation, like spreading his work and whatnot. He still plays bass like a badass. And you the one who actually just made the post, just throwing out, somebody make some art. We just started some shit we don't know what to do, and Marty was like super fucking gracious to just come up with something on the spot and just throw it together, and that was alright.
So back to the question. You guys have an online presence?
Yeah. Facebook.
Yeah,
Hooker
it's
Fight.
light, but it's there, yeah.
Facebook.com/HookerFight. We have a Bandcamp too that has nothing on it because we don't need recordings.
You didn't put any of them on there?
No.
I was just lazy than I am. I'm pretty lazy.
No, right now the
Lazy
only
for
way you
genre.
can hear us is at a show or at the end of this interview. We'll have a little video of us playing on the song. So
Or two, right?
Just one.
just
Just one.
we're gonna record two, but only put one up.
Wow, they're edgy as well as punk.
Just a special treat.
Well, I understand you guys have a few shows coming up, including one for the Scenes from the Underground fundraiser that we're doing in September. What about prior to that? I know there's a big show coming up for you guys. Your debut show.
Our first show is the 22nd of August with Revolt from another state. That could be St. Louis, but
Revolt.
I don't know if I'm just thinking of cross-examining St.
St. Louis
They're off.
State.
Whoa. St. Louis isn't the state. Cross-exams from St. Louis, so
Right.
that might be
Missouri.
where I'm thinking of, but
I think across the 10 close.
yeah, that's,
Well, that's something down with.
That's-
You're playing with.
I wish.
Yeah,
I wish they would come to that.
anyway, back to Revolt. Before we get in more trouble here.
No, Revolt sounded pretty fucking cool. I listened to one of
Yeah.
their tracks online, which I don't very often do. And it's this female-fronted like punk band. They sound amazing.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I don't know who else is playing this show.
I can't remember. I had
I think OPU maybe.
You guys just got buttons, right?
Yeah,
You have one?
he's got one right there.
See, that's a button.
It's got a
buttons.
fist.
It's a fist.
It's the
And Celery Z and some beer in the middle.
it's the Gonzo fist, the
Can
double thumb.
we buy a button?
No, you can take a button if you see us.
Yeah.
Free!
Free.
We'll fucking throw it in your
So
face.
what if we don't see you? Where can we get a button? Can we request one online somewhere?
Yeah.
No.
Facebook.
Yeah, you can request them all you want.
Yeah. And I'll owe it to
Free.
you.
Yeah.
At shows only.
Yeah, if you come to the show.
I'd
We'll hold
rather owe
one
it
for
to
you.
you than cheat you out of
You
it.
know, my last question for Fist. Let's get a fist in here, guys. Let's fist. All right. The vocal situation.
Same hole.
Travis, you sing.
I do.
Chris, you sing.
I sing a couple songs.
A couple songs. So it's like a combination of dual, almost triple vocals with less singing a song, right? Is it a
Yeah,
song?
she's
Yeah.
You want to come and
Should
say
have
hi?
been.
I can only see
He's
it.
gonna follow her. So the vocal situation is this gonna be a permanent lineup with just the two of you, the three of you, mainly the two of you, Well, what song will last, and then
The three of us.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
I'll work it in later on.
It would just be a power trio and then
Like
Esteban
Rush.
show some
Uh-huh.
shit.
Yeah. And unless someone pops in and amazes us, it'll just be us three.
but I'm off that list.
Well,
Right?
we're always going to have people for guest vocals for fun.
Yeah.
I think that
That's
we don't give a fuck.
that's a given. 'Cause that's
Yeah.
fun.
For shits and giggles, guys, fist me. Fist to the power. Ha!
Is that what we're doing?
So we're going to start the show.
Power.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Mickey Sick with Citizen Underground, and this was Fist, and we'll see you next week.